Hi everybody, you are watching tutorials. My name is Alex and today I'm gonna show you how to create this letter C logo in Adobe Illustrator, and of course we're gonna use blend tool, couple of guys and couple of transformation in Adobe Illustrator. So let's get started with Ctrl N, Command N. I'm gonna size this document with a 1920 by 1080, click create, and first of all I want to increase the row size of my panel. So I'm gonna navigate to this menu and increase it to 70 so you can follow along with my last panel. So on my first layer I'm gonna grab the rectangle tool and create a rectangle, and this rectangle should be with a 120 pixels width and height. So bring up the rectangle dialog box and constrain width and height and start typing 120 pixels. Click OK to create a rectangle. I'm gonna set a solid color, give it solid color and delete the stroke. Then holding Shift key, rotate this rectangle at 135 degrees or at 145 degrees, it doesn't matter. So we have this kind of rhombus shape, this kind of diamond shape. Next, I'm gonna create a couple of duplicates, and in order to do this, first duplicate should be 5 times larger than my initial rectangle. In order to do this, we need to double click on the scale tool while keeping selecting this rectangle. So go to the scale tool on your tools panel and double click to bring up the scale dialog box and set the first value at the uniform field to 500%. Click copy and then swap fill and stroke. Shift X on your Mac and PC. And I'm gonna position this rectangle like so, here, right here, aligned with my initial rectangle. Then keep selected your original shape and go to the scale tool again. This time we need to set it to 600% and click P. And again, swap fill and stroke and position your initial shape. Align both of them. Make sure that your option align to full pixel is disabled, so disable this option. Next, very important step, select them both and go to the view whites and make whites. Ctrl 5, Command 5 on your Mac. So make white from these two layers. I'm gonna place it on the second layer of mine, and I'm gonna also lock them by clicking on this free space between hover icon and airball, like so. So far so good. Next, what we're gonna do, make sure that your smart guides is turned on. Ctrl U, Command U on your Mac to turn the smart guides on. Then, next step that we're gonna do, we need to actually change the color. Change the color to something else. Let's say this bluish color is okay. Keep it selected. Double click on the selection tool and set the horizontal value. Set the horizontal value to 0. Set the vertical value to half of the width of this rectangle. So it's gonna be 60 pixels. Check preview. Click copy, like so. Then let's change the color of our duplicate. And move it to the bottom of the last stack by holding Ctrl and use quote. Ctrl quote, Command quote on your Mac. So once we have these two guys, we need to create a line segment tool. Grab this line segment tool and create a line that bisects it in the middle, these two guys. And of course we can hold Alt and hold Shift and then move this, but as you can see, the snapping option is not so fine. So instead, I want to show you a trick. Grab a line segment tool again and make a line here. You see, it's line from one end to another end, and what it's basically, we create a diagonal line for this square, for this rotated square. The size of this line is roughly 168 pixels, and I'm gonna copy this size and delete this line. So delete this line. Then I'm gonna select this line that right in the middle and navigate to the move tool. I'm gonna set 169 pixels, the width of this line, and divide it by 2. So use the slash, then 2, and click tab to proceed calculation. You see, click copy to make a duplicate. Then Ctrl D to repeat this operation again. So you again push this line to the 84.5% pixels to the right. Then grab these three lines and holding Shift key, align them with your rectangles, but not holding Alt, of course. Like so. Brilliant. What's next? Select everything, draw a marquee, grab the shape builder tool or click Shift M and combine your squares. Delete the rest of your lines, as well as here. Give it all solid color without the stroke, and all colors on each side should be different, and I will explain you why. So please use the different colors. For example, this gray here, and let's say this reddish orangey here. Okay, orange here. Nice, it looks nice. Now let's make a group and push this group to the end of this square here. Then push this group to the end of the largest square here. It should snap you. Adobe Illustrator should guide you through this process. You see? So you are totally covered by Adobe Illustrator. Next, guys, let's go and create a blend. So let's start with the blend, Ctrl Alt B, Command Option B, and by default it's create only one duplicate, and we need to change it by going to the Object, Blend Options. In Open dialog box, set the Specify Steps as a spacing option and increase it to 3. Check Preview, click OK. Next, of course I missed one point, guys. I'm so sorry. I need to reduce this again. So make a duplicate of these two guys in the angles, bottom left and, well, bottom left. Ctrl C, Ctrl F. Okay. Now we can select this duplicate. We can select this and Ctrl Alt P, Command Option B, then go and bring up the blend option dialog box. Go to the specified steps, set the number of steps to 3 and click OK. The same as here. So make it again. Ctrl Alt B. Go and bring up the dialog box here. Specify steps, set it to 3, click OK. The same here. Now let's lock the both blends on our panel and then select these two squares. Let me hide my blends for a second, and again create a blend, perfect blend, but this time you see 3 is not enough because our largest square is 6 times, so we need to create 6 cubes here. And in order to do this, what we need to do is to go to the blend option and increase the number of specified steps to 4. Click OK. Oh, sorry, I didn't select my blend. Click OK. Now return to your blends, select them all, go to the object and expand appearance of these guys. Go and expand appearance. So we have now a regular Adobe Illustrator cube. So we have our groups of the cubes. You see it here. For some of the reason I do not. Yes, now it's fine. And we need to ungroup them. So Control Shift G, Command Shift G to ungroup once and ungroup twice. But before ungrouping once, twice, and so on, we need to first delete this cube here and delete this. We don't need it anymore. Select this 4 on top, draw a marquee, and with a Control Shift left bracket, push it to the bottom. The same here, select this 5 of course, and push them to the bottom so we can see actually what's next. Then select this cube, and what's more interesting, we have this guide that allows us to move this cube along this guide, and I'm gonna move it like so, you see. But before moving, I'm gonna ungroup it first, then Control C, Control F to make it duplicate, Command C, Command F on your mark, and of course I'm gonna move it like so. But with this duplicate selected, deselect this duplicate, ungroup them, and I want to delete only this side and this side that is tangent to this rectangle. You see it? This push to the bottom, holding Control Shift left bracket, and let me delete this side as well. Like so. I'm gonna explain why. So the same here, make a copy. This time we need to preserve this gray. So make a copy with Control C, Control F, then push this copy holding Shift key exactly to negative 44.5, and then ungroup these and delete these 2 sides on the top and on the left, preserving this on the top and on the right, preserving this left side. And then I'm gonna keep it selected. You see it's selected on my last panel. I'm gonna push it on to the bottom on my last stack. So Control Shift left bracket, Command Shift left bracket again. So far so good. We have our letter C. Let me push this guy again with Control Shift left bracket. I'm gonna select them all again. You see, some of them group, some of them ungroup. So Control Shift G to make sure that everything is ungrouped now. So everything is ungrouped, and we need to first select all the green roofs of our cubes. And in order to do this, we need to grab our Magic Wand tool. It's our friend in Adobe Illustrator as well as in Adobe Photoshop. So select these 3, all of these roofs, green roofs, and then Control Shift right bracket to push them on the top. And Of course, I'm gonna wrap the gradient. I'm gonna bring up this guy and drop the drop the gradient. I accidentally deselect my rows and drop the sample the gradient. So it's, you see, it's semi-transparent gradient. Let's go to my gradient panel and I will show you what is the color. So on left I have 0018A1 and on the right I have 99DEEF. You see? And this color, this gradient stop is semi-transparent, so opacity is 50%. Right gradient stop is semi-transparent. The direction is default, so you see the angle is 0. The type is liner. Brilliant. Next, guys, I'm gonna grab the subselect tool again and grab these sides and sample this gradient. Of course, you can play with yours as well. So for this gradient I have everything is 100% opaque. 67 to F 6A on the right and 00 5 4 5 5 7 on the left. Great. Next, well, I already enjoy my lettermark, but let's modify the last orangey sides. In order to do this, again, click on these orangey sides and let's go and bring up them to the front. You see? It's bring up also this 4 that should be inside. I don't want it to. I want to deselect this, and this as well. So simply hold Shift key and deselect these guys. You see? I deselect them all. So next, bring up them to the top of your layer stack. I think that this should be on the bottom. So, and keep them selected. Keep them selected. And give them this gradient, like so. Again, it looks just fine. And this is also a semi-transparent gradient, but I have some troubles here. Oh, I see. I have one additional side here. So this is also a semi-transparent gradient. Let me show you. We have on our right semi-transparent, so opacity set to 50%. You see it here. Then the color is 9048A2, and the color of this gradient stop is the next 0081A1. You see it here? Brilliant. So delete this sample and delete the guides, but before we need to unlock them. So go to the guides, unlock the guides. Oh, I have them unlocked already. What is going? Oh, I'll unlock them simply on my layer. So Control G, Command G, select all, make it a bit smaller. You see, we have this letter C, and last but not least, grab the tool and type your, well, company name. Okay. I don't think that Myriad Pro is the best font here. I try this. I don't also like this, but this black tones demo is what I'm looking for. So black tones demo regular. is my font, and the font size should be 72 pixels. Is exactly what I'm looking for. So let me give it color, some pretty generic. Okay, and this is the final design. We are done. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you do enjoy, give it a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, go to tutorials.net and find more Adobe Illustrator and graphic designer tutorials. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.